A Ghanaian architect alleged to be involved in a plot masterminded by some Russians to meddle in the upcoming elections in the USA has been charged with money laundering. Seth Redu was mentioned in a CNN investigative piece to be using social media accounts on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, including ones called Woke Blacks and Blacktivists, to urge Americans to vote for third-party candidates or sit out the election entirely. Court correspondent Joseph Akabley was in court as state prosecutors pressed charges. He joins us with more. Now, Joseph, what's the state's case against Seth Redu? We know that initially he was said to be tampering with an election. Where does money laundering come in?
And so, in simple terms, money laundering relates to you having money that you are unable to explain that is believed to have been of crime. And so the point by the prosecutors is to the effect that this is money that they realized from his phone records that he had transferred into the country, but he has failed to explain the basis or how he obtained those monies. He has not shown that he engaged in any employment activity that he obtained those monies as services he provided or as whatever work he did for which he obtained the money. And so they believe that it's the cyber crime which they have been investigating him for since December that led him to obtaining those amounts of money, for which reason they have brought this case against him. But what is important to note is that in terms of the complainant in this matter, who is alleging that he has committed a crime, we understand it's a security operative who is the complainant who has asked.
Pardon me, Joseph, we lost you there. You said who is the complainant?
We are told the complainant is the national security operative who has been leading the task force that has been investigating it since December 2019 till now. And they said that they have been trailing him and they realized that he's been engaged in cyber activities that are contrary to the laws of the country. But for now, the charge leveled against him relates to the amount of 82,000 cedis which they say were ill-gotten, for which we say they've charged him with money laundering.
What explanation did Seth give for possessing this cash, or has it not gotten to that point yet?
It's not gotten to that point yet. In fact, the point the lawyers made at this stage was that it's too early, and so they wanted that he be granted bail so that he goes pending the case being continued subsequently. His plea was not taken either. It's worthwhile to note that the court also took into consideration a directive that has come from the Chief Justice related to the need to try as much as possible not to remand persons into the custody of the police once they are charged, just to ensure that you don't have too many people crowded in the prison of the COVID-19. And so that was complied. He was granted bail as well.
Okay, so he was granted bail?
Yes.
Now, you just mentioned COVID-19, and we know that the CJ has issued some directives regarding the situation. How are these directives being enforced?
And so inside the courts, we...
Hello, Joseph, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. How are these directives being enforced?
And so inside the court, the judges are making a conscious effort. In fact, one of the cases that I sat through, the judge actually asked the accused person whether he prefers the bail or he prefers to remain in custody. And the point the judge was making was that if he is in the custody and there's the outbreak of the COVID in the custody, it will be very dangerous. And so the judge immediately granted him bail. The only concern is that the sanitizers that were provided at the entrances of the courts. I went to the law court complex as well as the circuit court. They don't have sanitizers at the entrances. Then again, what is being done at the circuit court is that people are not being allowed into the courtroom unless you are party to the case. And so if you are an accused person or you are a lawyer or you're a prosecutor, you'll be allowed in. But the public is not being allowed into the courtroom to witness the proceedings. And so the case that we just spoke about shortly, I was not allowed into the courtroom.
Right. Unfortunately, we seem to have lost Joseph Akabley there. The phone lines failed us. Thank you anyway, Joseph, for giving us that picture of what happened in court today.